When the coalition government came to power, they said they'd cut Big Brother down to size and introduce a freedom bill to reverse what they saw as Labour's attacks on civil liberties. But they're now planning legislation which even some of their own supporters say amounts to mass surveillance.
They don't need this law to protect us. This is an unnecessary extension of the ability of the state to snoop on ordinary innocent people in vast numbers, and frankly they shouldn't have that power.
The intelligence services have the ability to monitor communications here at GCHQ, a listening station in Cheltenham. The government plans to give them access to email exchanges and records of telephone calls and texts on demand. Those records are already kept by phone and internet companies for a year. The government's proposing to extend these powers to cover social media sites such as Facebook and Twitter. Some experts say this would be costly and complicated.
It's a difficult job to keep track of so many different forms of data. Each time we communicate with a company, we use different protocols, different means of sending that, and that's constantly changing and must be kept up with.
In a statement, the Home Office said it is vital that the police and security services are able to obtain communications data to investigate serious crime and terrorism as technology changes. This is the headquarters of MI5, but the government are at pains to say they're not trying to introduce a new snippers charter for the nation's spooks, although it would be possible to find out who's telephoning or emailing whom. The content of those phone calls or emails, in most circumstances, would remain private. The Lib Dems support the Home Office's plans in principle. They believe outdated legislation from more than a decade ago needs to be replaced. They've been told that the new powers would be used sparingly, but they want some further reassurance.
Well, we need to be certain that when unpacking information, that all they're capturing is that the person who is making the call or the electronic communication, that they're not capturing the content. Now, I think we can do that. I think that can be guaranteed, but it may actually require some fundamental software changes to ensure that it happens.
Despite doubts amongst some of their own supporters, the government say they'll go ahead with their plans at the earliest opportunity. Ian Watson, BBC News.